Hey guys, Ponce here on the PB, and you notice anything different about the screen? Um, Probably not, and honestly, if you did, I'd be kind of impressed unless you're, quickly inferring based on the title or something. But yeah, it's this thing here, Hide Eye Candy, the Disable Ambient Critters and Effects option. We're going to turn it back on. Incidentally, that doesn't actually get rid of the frog there. The frog is still there, but anyway, let's turn it back on. See the water ripple effects? They're now back. The little bugs that were there or weren't there are now back. This is how it is on live. And see, we're going to turn it off again just so you can see the difference. Gone. Now, according to the Riot post, this is coming from, I guess, almost of a different play perspective. People who want to take the game like really seriously and sort of don't need the extra stuff around the map. I guess, sort of like if you've been playing League of Legends so long, and maybe even they might use this, professional players might end up using this because, you don't need the extra stuff. But, yeah, when you've been playing the game so long that it's just kind of like it's less about the extra details. You know what's going on here. You just want to be able to kill the enemy as efficiently as possible, which I definitely understand that perspective from. Or rather, I definitely understand that perspective. I mean, the closest thing I could sort of equate to in previous previous to this specific option would be like, dialing back all your, some of your effects, the non-necessary effects in game, or I suppose like how I would turn music off, and because I don't need to be listening to music when I'm playing seriously, which is kind of weird because I live stream. When I'm live streaming, I have like a ton of music playing all the time, but that actually I find very distracting. So when I'm when I'm playing serious off on my own, I don't have any like sound or anything. It's just, or right, I have sound effects, but I don't have any music, anything like that, because I just find it very distracting. Um, Now, yeah, it's an interesting little option. Like I said, it's sort of a different perspective on play when League of Legends isn't so much just purely about being a game, I suppose. Um, Now, again, from a game perspective, purely it's a game for fun kind of perspective, it is nice to have these little things. I understand that as well. Detail and sort of immersiveness and all that stuff. But, yeah, if that's not as important to you, it's nice to have an option. You just turn it off, the bugs are gone, the ripples are gone. Now, to be honest, I don't know how much of an effect that's going to have. Um, like, I suppose every once in a while in a very hectic team fight and you're not on a very good computer to begin with or something, and you have a bunch of settings turned down, some things might be a bit hard to distinguish. And sort of those fringe cases, it might help you. And, like every little bit helps if you want to, get a bit of an edge over the competition. So, yeah, honestly, this might be something I would use. I'd consider it in live. Again, I don't know if it personally helped me, but I'd probably just turn it on for the sake of turning it on. Although if I'm live streaming, I might want to turn it on to keep things pretty for everyone. I don't know. It's a bit more complicated in my situation here. But yeah, if you happen to think this might be a good idea for you, you like the idea of just turning extra stuff off, yeah, that's going to be a thing and live pretty soon. Not sure when, but I assume the next patch. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone, and goodbye.